Hi everyone, welcome back. It's very late at night, but tomorrow, this car goes racing. If you are new to the channel or a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I genuinely appreciate it. At this point, it's me doing entertainment for free, and you know what? That's fine. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so or telling your friends if you think they'd enjoy this type of automotive failure. Although I don't know, it's going all right. I guess we can't call it 100% a failure, but I just got done filming let me see, what can I call this? Filming a behind the scenes video that you'll see next week because I'm going out for eye surgery after this video airs. And I will be laid up for a couple weeks, so I needed to do something in the meantime. So you'll see that after this video, but I just got done with just the most hideous amount of work on this thing. We tried scaling it, we tried getting the thing right, and we thought we did, and then I came back and checked it a day after, and something happened. I covered the whole thing in the last video. But for right now, what I got to do is I got to just kind of secure one piece of lead, tighten down whatever sway bar setting it is, and clean up and start loading the trailer. It's too late for me to start the thing. It's after 9 p.m. I self-impose a curfew because I don't want to ruin my neighbor's night because they're literally right there, and I don't want to ruin their nice peace and quiet, especially if they're going to sleep. But enough yakking. I got to finish this thing up real quick. Again, a couple bolts, and I'm going to start yanking everything out, loading everything in the trailer. I might wait and load this thing up tomorrow morning at about, 7:30 a.m. and strap it down, but I also might just winch it in the trailer. We'll see, but depends on how late I get. But I got to get going because I don't want to be out here too long. You know, I kind of forgot the last final piece of this car while I'm thinking about it, and it's this. If nobody knows what this is, only my close relatives and family know, really. It's actually my father's ashes. And when he died in 2018, I got a vial of them, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to tape him onto the race car, and he's going to go for rides with me. I got his hat in the rafters, and I got his ashes on my race car. And you know what? I took them off my old car. I'm going to put them back on. There we go. I took someone's advice when I used to have them like here, and they're like, well, what if something comes up and wipes him off and you're essentially eating what's left of him? And it's like, yeah, I think I'll move him up towards the windshield more so something kind of could possibly miss him. But when I win a race and he's on the car, I kneel down next to the car and I kind of grab onto it and I say a prayer of thanks for protection. I'm not a strictly or a very, extremely religious person, but at least I can say thanks for keeping everybody safe, especially everyone I race with. Well, guys, this is it. This is its complete form, I think. Never mind the spray paint that I forgot to finish and how dirty it is. And I got some spares that I still didn't load because I forgot. But this is it. I was going to winch it in, but it's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm exhausted. I know a lot of people would be like, why aren't you up till like 2 a.m. doing it? I'm like, well, because I got to get up at 6, and I'm not racing on 4 hours of sleep. I'll just get up earlier and get a good night's sleep and move the truck, bring it in, lock it onto the trailer, come back around here, load the car in, and then take all those tires that I took out of it and put them in the back corner of the shop until I can figure out what to do with them, I guess. I didn't do anything about the roof. Unfortunately, I ran out of time. It looks like utter crap because, like I said, the moisture had gotten to it. You can scrape off the top layer and it is actually black underneath it, but yeah, that's gross. So hope they don't care. That's disgusting. This car is getting completely redone for the body when I'm going next year. But for now, this is it. I have to leave so early tomorrow that I really don't even think I'm going to be able to get anything except for ice and whatever I can find at a convenience store, which kind of stinks because if I'm going to be at the racetrack from like 9 a.m. until, well, after 9 at night probably, more than likely, I am going to be hard pressed for food, and I don't have enough money left over for track food probably, so I'm probably going to go inside and just make a handful of sandwiches and stick them in the fridge, and then when we go, I'll go get ice at the 7-Eleven or whatever and just freaking send it. I have no plan here. I have nothing I can do because I just ran out of time, and I'm so glad I went to the bank yesterday to get the money for the private test, because I probably wouldn't have made it today, and I wouldn't make it tomorrow because they wouldn't even be open before I come. So I'm glad I didn't procrastinate like usual. Otherwise, I'm going to go shut everything, probably throw something over those tires like a tarp, anything, and maybe take inventory of what I got for my suit and the helmet and everything and make sure that's all connected and made its way into the trailer. So I'm going to take a look at that, make sure I got all that stuff, and we'll be back bright and early tomorrow, and it's test day finally. Race day. I actually have help. Hey. And that's awesome. So we're also going to have help at the track because we're going to park with the super secret
Brett has
setup.
lots of friends.
Yes. Going to park with the super secret setup, guys. I'm just doing my final check throughs. I got to get at least one final look at the place to make sure I didn't forget anything, but this isn't really a serious day. This is basically me just shaking the car down, and if something stinks, then we aren't going to race it. So, all right, we're going to get it. Yeah, we're running late. We got to load it up. So this car has never moved on its own. And of course, today is the day that we're going to do that, which is hilarious. So, well thought out, well planned, and I'm bruised everywhere from getting in and out of the car 50 times, so here we go.
More padding.
Oh, I got plenty. It's just not on the car. All right. Wow, that throttle's got a lot of throw. All right, we're out here at Stafford. We're about to go green on practice, or the test session that we have. And luckily I got a cameraman here. We're gonna start throwing some GoPros in the car and maybe go shake her down. Probably only gonna be about half pace, but I don't wanna go too crazy with a brand new build. We gotta make sure everything's fastened and done right, and then we can start pushing into it. It's been so long since I've been in a car. I almost forget how to do it, and this is a completely different car.
Are you GoProing?
Yeah, it will be actually.
Okay. I got my finger in the shot once.
Oh.
I hope you're not mad. Don't fire me. I need this.
I don't care. All right, new car. Try to figure out how to get my helmet on. That'll be fun.
Rusty old bastard.
Oh, it's not fun.
Hey, kind of looks like an 81. All right, good.
I gotta to lose weight.
Yeah, I hear you.
This shit sucks.
Don't ask me how to do it because I am fat.
Dang, without glasses, I can almost see.
Won't be seeing that in a couple days.
Yeah, I hope so.
You'll be having to drive iRacing with Braille and a white stick.
I do that anyway.
No, shut up. You're good at iRacing.
Bet I'm not good at the real stuff.
I think it's changing. I think it's changing. Brent, what happened to your roof? That is just awful. It looks like, did you get that same paint from a 1995 Dodge Neon?
Yeah.
Good Lord, is that baked off or just rubbed off with the roof being on top?
Moisture.
Moisture?
Spray paint and moisture. Talk amongst yourselves.
Maybe the car will be cooler with it all faded. Do you need help? No. Is that on? It is on.
Hey.
Let it warm up a bit. Bye-bye. What is dead over there? Something died. Well, how do we do, sport?
A lot to get used to.
Yeah.
Number one, I hope you were filming because I left my visor up, so I got literally
The roof?
all video of my roof.
I was filming, okay.
Okay. Number two,
Oops.
there's a lot of throttle throw. A lot of throttle pedal travel.
Yeah.
And I was driving in with my foot still on the gas.
Oh, so you're going way deeper than you wanted to.
Right.
Okay, we got to adjust that.
This thing honks. I'm spinning the goddamn left rear coming out.
The thing wants to do a wheelie, bro. All the way down the straightaway. It's like it wants to.
I'm
Wheel stand.
I've never spun the left rear tire coming out of the corner. It's just driving the car. I'm like, man, we might have to put a bigger left rear tire on it.
All right, Brett, so what did you do to the car?
I can't fit.
Meanwhile, you're trying to put this thing over your mouth. You can't speak.
What?
All right, what do? We made a few changes.
Yeah, we just put a bigger left rear tire on just to see what that does.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I just gotta get used to the throttle because that's got way more throw.
Oh, hi there. She's okay.
No crunch?
No crunch.
All right, that's good.
No crunch. That's good. What are your emotions after seeing that happen? This is Jesse for Fox Sports.
I didn't see a thing because my trailer was in the way.
Wait, what are your emotions right now going on the racetrack?
I'm warm.
What are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling like I wish this thing was fast right out of the gate, but that's not what happens all the time.
I feel like there should be air conditioners in them too, because
I wish I had
wimps.
air conditioning.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Hey, even the old guys would wish they had air conditioning too. They just don't want to admit it.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Did I put these belts on wrong? Nah.
Safety first. Put seatbelts on it correctly. Still use them. Die in a crash. Be a man.
Hey, they were on. What do you want?
That's it.
As bad, but transition to throttle is a little loose.
So it transitions too hard on throttle?
Yeah,
You can't feather it, you mean?
not really. It just rotates. Kind of like my old car did. Maybe it's me.
Maybe it's that throttle.
What's that?
Maybe it's that throttle.
Could be. I'm not used to that at all, you know.
No, not 6 seconds.
It felt really flat on that last lap coming out of 2, and it just felt like it was nosing over. I quick looked at the gauges, it said 50 pounds, 170 degrees. So it's not like it's that. I think it either lost a cylinder or like a
spark plug came on.
wire or something. I don't know, but it's got plenty of oil pressure and temp's not high. So
Gotta check
we
the.
gotta pull some, or something's coming apart in the drivetrain. I don't know. But it's vibrating real bad down the straightaway now.
Might be a spark plug. That thing is so long you could probably shorten it.
Yeah, I found it. Burned a spark plug wire.
You could shorten that.
Whoops. I guess I didn't zip tie that one up. I thought I did, but nope. Easy fix. Maybe that's why we're... No, that's not why we're 4/10 off right now. Tires and setup. Well, for this particular car is probably why, but we'll get that hopefully fixed. Maybe I got another one. I don't even know, so...
I need to see lap times. That looked pretty good and sounded good.
All right, here's what the car is doing, and it's infuriating. I get 2 good laps.
Yep.
That's it. The brakes start going away. There's no grip. Like when the tires are cold, it's fine. I can do whatever. As soon as I get like 2 laps into it, the brakes start fading. The car starts skating around. It doesn't drive off. It gets loose. I don't know.
Come on out.
Yeah.
Take a look.
Yeah, I figured I'd take the guy who won 10 races and put him in the car. So thank you, Travis Hydar. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah.
We
Button.
got the light switch too.
It just turns the lights on.
Oh.
Watch him come back in and want that 6-1 now. What's up? I'm good to go right out? I think so. There's nobody else out there. Let me take one last look.
I don't see anything.
Gates are shut. Everything's good, so give it a shot.
You said you're gonna do a slow lap anyway. So if you see anybody out there, don't go.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good. Well, it's always good to get some feedback. I'm not used to filming my own car. All right, so Travis gave us a good idea. We're gonna try a few different changes, probably add a bunch of bar to it and see what it does on landing, because it looked like it was unloading when it landed. So we'll give that a shot and try again.
I guess just go straight out.
Figures as soon as I turn, or the GoPros die, take it out for one last time, and we lose brakes and back her in the wall. And the rear clip's bent, so we're all done for the day. And I had pedal, and then all of a sudden, I didn't.
In front of him, but the green design.
He loves the outside line, and he's not afraid to utilize it. We'll see if he can get the run coming off of 2 on a route. I'd say he got a pretty good run. He motors his way around the...
I don't know about y'all, but I think this thing's pretty badly bent, because it looks like it's down on this side and up over here.
Does that tie down?
What do you think?
Well, yeah, that's body and frame.
Yeah, because you can see the body is kinked out on this side as well.
That isn't holding that car down.
No. I think that frame rail on the right side's bent down. So
And over.
yeah,
bent in
it's
2 directions.
left and down. Because that's right where it got hit. Because it went straight down, and I think it's pretty bent. We'll get it in the shop and on jack stands, and we'll pull the wheel off and look at the rear frame section, see how bad it really is. All right, well, we got... Oh. Yep, okay. Hell. I'm definitely gonna have to put it in the air to see how bad it is, but that took most of it, but still bent it. And you can tell how bent it is because, well, the entire body got ripped off. We hit on the very, very corner. The interior tin that I just created is folded in. The body's pooched and cracked here and here and here and here. So everything came and shifted this way and pushed everything forward. So every little bit of work that I did to get this car on the racetrack is now completely moot and needs to be completely undone. I think we figured it out pretty easily. Let's see. Let's go look down at the right front caliper and see what's missing. Oh.
Where'd you go, little feller?
Yeah, which little feller? Yeah, the bolt is missing. And the pad. Those were tight, because I put that on as if I was going racing. I didn't just mock that up. That was tight. All right.
You put it... Can you see that flashlight?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, Todd Owen just crashed.
All the way extended. Oh, God. The pad is nowhere to be found.
It's gone.
And
it's not even there.
The bolt is obviously...
The pad is gone. The bolt is gone. And I tightened those. I know I did.
Oh.
They were tight. Like...
Fudge.
Can I just see that real quick for a minute? That one's in. Jesse?
Yeah?
We have another issue. What is missing on this brake caliper?
Uh-oh.
A second one
So between
is
the two
missing.
of you, you're missing exactly half of...
How the hell
How the hell?
is the pad still in this one?
Yes, that one, the inner pad is. I can't see the outer pad, but
There's no pad here.
the inner pad?
Well, I think it might be there.
No, the inner pad's in there. I can see it from here.
It's just not in the right spot.
It's not in all the way.
How in the hell
Oh,
does that happen? Especially when I tightened it down. Like I said, when I was putting bolts to this car,
well,
especially on the hub, they were going on as if I was going to race it. And those were factory bolts.
well,
That's never happened to me once in my life. And one on each side happened. No wonder the brakes felt funny all goddamn day and cost me a rear clip. Wonderful. Well, let's take a look. Well, it's the first time I've had this thing on the quick jack, so hopefully it's a lot better than how the race went, because I didn't even get to race. That's probably high enough. Gotta be honest with you, I love being able to lift the car up with just a push of a button, except you have to move like 2 tons worth of crap in order to do it, but... Alright, let's get the tires off and see where the kinks are. Alright, I've had enough of looking at this thing for now. Yeah, it sucks when you put months of effort and work into something and literally have a part fail or come apart that you know you put on, because I know I put the back calipers on and they're tight. I put the ball joints on at the same time as the calipers. They're tight. Everything's tight. Like, what, I would just forget to do the brake calipers? I don't know, maybe, but it doesn't make sense, because I've said in these videos, you know, I'm going to put it together as if I'm going racing, because I don't want to nut and bolt the car. And I guess I should have, because I don't know. I've never had this problem before. I've always put everything on tight, and it just cost me literally a race car. So, and a brand new one at that. So, not all is lost, obviously, but you know, it's a real pain in the ass when you have probably 20 laps on the car and it already needs a clip. So, and you don't even get to race that night because you didn't even make it that far. Something should have told me something, because I felt like the brakes were weird or funny feeling all night, and I don't know why. I just kind of said, you know, it's probably fine. I'm sick of looking at it. Maybe I'll come take a look tomorrow. It's the day after. Been trying to come to terms with what happened overnight, and you know, it's easy to be mad and it's easy to be upset, but looking back on it, I'm just kind of glad that it happened when I was driving, is I guess the main thing here. It's a very uncharacteristic mistake of me to make, because that's all I could really think that it is. It's probably just a mistake on my part of not actually getting those tight for whatever reason, because like I said, it's uncharacteristic in the way that we've been racing for 25 years, and that's the first time that's ever happened. It just doesn't make sense to me, but like, you have to use logic and understand that, well, maybe that's probably what happened, you know, and that's just kind of irritating at best, but it is what it is. So as disappointed and as hurt as I am kind of emotionally over this, but I mean, it could be worse. You know, it could have destroyed the suspension. It could have destroyed the front end. It could have destroyed the whole car. I mean, it was a very silly thing to happen and very ridiculously uncharacteristic, like I said. And I'm just glad it wasn't when Travis was driving it, because if something happened and he got hurt, you know, I don't know what I would do, because it would still be on me. So, like I said, it's not, I'm looking at it from a grander scale, and I'm sorry if I'm blinking a lot, but you know, I have eye surgery coming up and I got these eye drops and they're bothering me. So, sorry about that. But the car needs a new body anyway. You know, we were gonna do that anyway. The rear clip is not hurt to the point where it hurts the rest of the car, so the car is essentially fine. It's just a very, very significant blow to the efforts that I've put into this thing over the last weeks, months, you know, long period of time of me just trying to get this thing ready, and shoot, something real easy. But I'll show you what I found last night. I found the brake pad. I don't think it's supposed to look like that. And it's like banana shaped. I think that was a $150 set of PFC brake pads that were like, I don't know, maybe 3 races on it. Technically, with that practice session, I think it was 3 races. So there goes those. That's great. Caliper's okay, actually. I'm kind of surprised by that. Doesn't seem to be damaged in any way. The wheel didn't even get hit. Like, when the pin fell out, you'd think that the caliper would be walking around inside the wheel, and it never touched it. So, wheel's fine too. I think the rotor's even fine. If I'm looking at it, the rotor's perfectly fine. And it's still smooth, because these don't really eat your rotors up. I might just pad slap a set of Hawk Blacks on it and call it a day. I don't know, but you know, it sucks. I got to come back here and I got to basically tear the whole back end off. I got to bring it back to Zach, have him put it back on the jig, but I don't know how stripped he wants it. You know, I'm sure he'll want some room to work, so I'll probably pull the quarters off, and the deck lids, well, I mean, I don't have to do a lot of work to pull the deck lid off. There's 1 rivet left. Bumper cover's trash. It took a lot of hit. Hell, I could even pound that quarter. No, we're putting a new body on it. Like I said, I pitched it sideways at the last minute and didn't hit any of the suspension. It's only bumper, body, and frame. And, you know, that sucks that the frame got hurt, but it is what it is. So again, I'm trying to look at it in like a more broad spectrum, because I'm looking at the interior tin, and yeah, that got pooched too because the whole body got shifted over. But when I drill all the rivets for the body out on the interior tin, it'll probably spring back, and I can just kind of push on it and massage it, and it'll probably just spring back into place. It's not destroyed, it's just a little bent. It's not even that bad, you know. And I'm trying to think of what else I would have to do there, but I don't know, it might be okay. Like I said, the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm probably going to do it off camera because this is the end of this video. I'm done with this thing right now, but I'll probably relieve the body with the, pull the rivets out of it just to let that thing kind of flex back into place, and take all the bolts and nuts out of things and make sure that the body is relieved and it won't be kicked over to that side anymore, and just try to get it to not be all pooched up, and see what else I have to fix. But I think that's going to have to wait for another time. I think I'm going to have to just take a break from this thing for a while. Next week, you'll be seeing the video of what it took for me to get this thing to the track and then promptly crash it. And that was a lot of work. That was a lot of long nights. I'm still sore from it. I'm not sore from the crash. I'm sore from working on the car, because working on a race car like this is it's a very unique isometric workout. You're standing, you're laying down, you're getting back up off the ground, you're lifting things and pushing things. And like I said, I'm middle-aged, so my body hurts, you know. And that's just kind of a fact of life. But, you know, we'll get it fixed someday. It's going to provide more content for the YouTube channel, which I didn't really want to do, but I mean, what am I supposed to do? Either way, when I do get to that point, you'll know about it. Wow, I just noticed that all the interior tin rivets popped out. Huh. Yeah, I gotta relieve those things. So anyway, you'll clearly see what I do to this thing on the channel. Hopefully I can get it to Zach's pretty quick before he gets to the winter rush of people needing chassis repair, and I can beat all those people to him. And oh man, so anyway, as I need to stop looking at the damage of this car that I need to fix, if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. It would mean a lot to me, and you know, my subscriber count is completely stalled out right before we get to 1,000, which really stinks. And it's it is what it is. I like sharing what I do with everybody, and if people want to subscribe and watch, that's great. And if you don't, that's fine too. I mean, it's a free world. You can do what you want, and it doesn't hurt me in any way. So there's a lot of good things to take away from this. There's a lot of bad things to take away from it. There's a lot of money going to be spent that I don't have anymore because I put everything into this. But racing will take everything you have. It'll take every ounce of determination. It'll take every ounce of effort. It'll take every ounce of skill. Anything you can give to whatever you love, it's going to take it from you, you know? It is the most destructive and emotionally taxing thing that I've ever done in my life. And I've played sports, I've done, you know, numerous things competitively. This is by far the most difficult that I've ever done. And like I said, you gotta want it in order to keep doing it, because the second, if you're the kind of person where failure makes you quit, this is not for you. And you're gonna fail a lot, not only in life but in racing, and it's how you respond to it that makes you who you are. And we'll respond to this. We got a brand new car. It mostly works. It's a little hurt. It's not bad. We can fix it. It's really not that bad. I've seen way worse, but we'll get there. And again, if you have anybody you know who might be interested in amateur mechanicry and failure and fabricating and, did I say engineering? Whatever. I don't know. All those things, send them my way, because we've got a lot of work to do all over again. Thank you all again. I appreciate it. And until next time.